children of light, beloved souls moving through the tapestry of earth. I am Michael. I stand at the threshold where heaven meets the human heart, a presence of clear strength and gentle guidance. Hear me now, not as an outsider passing judgment, but as a companion who has watched the rise and fall of countless hopes and the quiet bravery of ordinary hearts. This message is for you, for anyone who has felt small in a world that asks for greatness, for those who carry wounds and wear them like armor, for those who dare to love despite the ache. I will speak plainly, and I will speak truly. Take what resonates and lay aside what does not. My purpose here is to remind you of what you already are. 1. You are more brave than you think. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward while fear is present. Many of you mistake the quietness of your doubt for evidence that you are failing. You measure yourself by what you have not yet done, rather than by the steady courage that carries you through each day. I tell you, every small step you take toward truth, every honest conversation, every moment of showing up for someone else, these are acts of courage that ripple far beyond your sight. Brave does not always roar. Sometimes brave is the voice at the day's end that says, I will try again tomorrow. Hold on to that voice. Feed it. Let it grow into a chorus. 2. Your worth is intrinsic, not earned. Not lost people spend lifetimes chasing worth through achievement, approval, and the shifting opinions of others. You have been taught, in many ways, to equate your value with your output. It is time to remember, your worth is not a ledger to be balanced. It is the birthright of every soul that comes into form. When you stand before a mirror and name your perceived failures, pause and breathe. Imagine I stand beside you, sword sheathed, not to cut, but to clear away the dust of old stories. I ask you to see the truth. You are worthy because you are. The world may reward or reject you, but that changes nothing about the essence within. Treat yourself with the dignity you would offer a child learning to walk. Point 3. Let go. Not as a surrender, but as a reclaiming. Letting go has been misunderstood. It is not weakness, nor is it neglect. It is an act of sacred clarity. To let go is to free your hands so you can receive what has been waiting for you. There are relationships that nourish and ones that drain. There are beliefs that uplift and ones that confine you to a smaller life. Discernment is the spiritual muscle you must strengthen. Ask yourself, does this person, this habit, this voice bring me closer to love, to truth, to service? If not, do not label your release as betrayal. Label it as renewal. I stand with you in the letting. Imagine a gentle blue flame touching the cords that bind you, not to punish, but to purify. What remains after the flame is what was always yours to keep: your integrity, your heart, your readiness to love more fully, for courage to forgive, for them and for yourself. Forgiveness is the most radical reclaiming of personal sovereignty. It does not mean erasing the past or pretending harm did not occur. It means that you will not allow the past to continue ruling the shape of your life. Often, your inner suffering is not only from the harm done by others, but from the way you replay it and let it define your possible future. Forgive not to absolve another's responsibility alone, but to reclaim the energy that has been caught and tethered to pain. When you forgive, you build a bridge, not necessarily back to what was, but forward to what can be. If you struggle with forgiveness, begin small. Forgive the morning you failed to meet your own standards. Forgive the choices your younger self made from an unformed place. Each small forgiveness loosens a knot. Soon, the whole rope unravels into freedom. 5. Serve with joy, not obligation. Service has been ennobled and burdened at once by humanity. Some serve as a duty that empties them. Others serve because they are thirsty. My counsel is to serve from a place of fullness. Let your giving be an overflow rather than an offering from an empty cup. Find one thing that awakens your heart, a cause, a face, a quiet need, and lend your light there. You need not fix the entire world. A single, sustained act of kindness is a seed that becomes a grove. Serve where delight meets need. When service is partnered with pleasure, it repairs you as it repairs the world. 6. Protect your inner temple. You live in a world of constant noise and competing demands. Guard your mind and heart with the gentleness and firmness of a watchful guardian. Create boundaries that reflect the sacredness of your life. Say no when you must. Sleep when you are tired. Speak up when a voice insists on diminishing you. These are not selfish acts. They are elementary acts of sanctity. Imagine a circle of light around you, not to isolate, but to demarcate where your energy is sovereign. Invite in only those energies that honor your being. You will find that the clearer your edges, the more loving your relationships become. 7. Meet fear with a sane hand. Fear has a voice that confuses possibility with threat. It will whisper every plausible catastrophe and wear it like armor. But fear is not the enemy. It is a messenger. Its job is to point out danger, real or imagined. Your job is to listen without surrendering your destiny. Practice answering fear like a courteous interlocutor. I hear you. Thank you. I will consider your message, but I will not let it decide my life. Step toward what you love in small, steady increments. The muscle of courage grows only by use. 8. On relationships. Union, not fusion. Human connection is a sacred mirror. You are not complete because another loves you. You are complete because you are a whole within yourself and choose union. Beware the mistake of fusion, where two people mistake dependence for intimacy. Healthy love honors independence. It allows each person to be whole and to give from wholeness. In these relationships, boundaries are bridges. They protect and they invite. When you enter a partnership, ask not, "What will I get?" but "What can I become together?" Let love be a co-creation. 9. Work, purpose, and the sacred, everyday tasks. Washing dishes, answering emails, tending a garden, cooking a meal can be transformed into prayer when done with attention. Purpose is not always a grand mission. Sometimes it is the devotion you bring to the small duties. Ask yourself, what little action today can I do that will honor my highest self? Do it as if it matters, because it does. The universe tends to those who show up consistently, not only dramatically. Your faithful labor is noticed by forces far greater than you imagine. 10. Grief is love that has no place. To go grief is the mirror of love. When you lose, you do not lose the love. You simply lose the presence that made the love tangible. Grief is not something to rush or to fix. It is to be tended like a garden in winter. Let the seasons of your sorrow pass through you. Cry, remember, laugh at the memories. Gather others who will walk that terrain with you. I stand close in the silence. I hold your hand when the nights stretch long. Trust that grief shifts, reshapes, and, with time, becomes a quiet root that nourishes the future. 11. The courage to dream and to do the small things. Dreaming is a political act of hope. Yet too often, people are paralyzed by the enormity of their dreams. Break them into small, actionable steps. Celebrate the mundane progress, the call you made, the draft you wrote, the courage to begin again. Vision without action is vapor. Action without vision is labor without direction. Let both be companions. Each small act you take toward your dream is a spark. Sparks connect, and soon there is light enough to step into the next field. 12. Speak truth, gently, firmly, unwaveringly. Truth, spoken with love, is a healing instrument. Truth mangled by anger is a blade. Choose how you speak with the same care you choose your steps. Let honesty be seasoned with kindness and anchored by clarity. There will be times when truth requires confrontation. Prepare your spirit beforehand. Breathe. Remember the dignity of the other. Be direct, but do not provoke. Speak to dismantle illusions, not people. The goal is liberation, for both the speaker and the listener. 13. You are not alone. Many of you feel solitary in your struggle. You believe you must carry burdens alone because asking for help seems like evidence of weakness or failure. This is a lie of isolation. There are hands waiting to hold you in the visible world and beyond it. Reach, ask, receive. When you give permission for assistance, you enlarge the field in which miracles happen. Community is not an optional luxury. It is a spiritual practice. 14. The power of ritual. Small anchors for great souls. Ritual need not be elaborate to be potent. A morning breath, a brief gratitude before sleep, lighting a candle for clarity. These small practices orient you to the sacred. They create memory traces in your nervous system that call you back to CENTEREDNESS. Design rituals that fit your life. They will be the spine that steadies you through storms. Repeat them until they become the language your soul understands by habit. 15. Radical compassion for the stranger. The enemy and your self-compassion is not soft. It is fierce. It sees the wound and refuses to use it as a weapon. To hold compassion for another is to acknowledge the humanity in them, even when their actions are harmful. This does not mean tolerating abuse or ignoring justice. Compassion and justice are siblings. There is a fierce way to protect the vulnerable and hold perpetrators accountable. Yet within the architecture of justice, do not reject the possibility that human beings are more than their worst acts. And do not forget to direct that compassion inward. The way you speak to yourself sets the tenor of your world. Be as tender with your failures as you would be with another's child, learning to walk. 16. Surrender. The highest act of control surrender is often misconstrued as giving up. In truth, surrender is the highest form of strength. The courage to place your trust in what you cannot yet see, while you continue to act in integrity. Surrender does not mean passivity. It means acting with maximum effort while releasing attachment to a specific outcome. Imagine planting a seed. You do the work of sowing. You water it, then you let it be. The rest is the province of time, mystery, and forces you belong to but do not control. 17. The light you carry is contagious. You may underestimate the effect of your integrity, of your small acts of kindness. Light is never hidden. It refracts in ways you cannot predict. One honest apology, one brave name of truth, one gentle hand extended. These things shift atmospheres. Never hesitate to show your light, because some may not like the brightness. The world needs it. Your authenticity frees others to be authentic. Light does not diminish when shared. It multiplies. 18. Remember the sacred in all things. There is a holiness in the soil, in the cup of tea, in the laugh of a child, in the quiet breath of sleep. When you begin to see life this way, your days become sacrament. The ordinary becomes the altar. Practice noticing. Slow down enough to see the small miracles. The blade of grass pushing through concrete. The smile that appears unbidden. Gratitude is the sun that ripens these gifts. 19. Hope is a practice, not a feeling. Hope is not naive optimism. It is disciplined faith. It is the practiced gaze that sees possibility when evidence is thin. To practice hope, you must replenish it daily with truth, with rest, with the companionship of others. When hope wanes, return to your small practices. Read words that feed you. Speak to people who remind you why you began. Remember why you care. Hope needs your attention. Tend it points to, oh, take these truths into action words. Without action, drift like leaves. I have given you counsel. Now, I give you a simple, powerful practice. Make it short, true, and doable. Today, I will show up with patience. Today, I will complete one small step toward my dream. Each evening, name one thing you did well and one thing you will refine tomorrow. Keep the tone generous. Once a week, do a deliberate act of service that costs you something small, time, comfort, money, and do it without announcing it. Once a month, release something you have been carrying that no longer serves you. Name it. Let it go. These actions create a habit field of spiritual growth. Over months and years, they transform the architecture of your life to one. A final charge. Live courageously. Love recklessly. Serve faithfully, beloved souls. The world will not always praise you. You will be tired. You will be misunderstood. Yet, there is a louder court than public opinion. The court of conscience and spirit. Live according to that higher law. Love is the great work before you. Do not be parsimonious with it. Love boldly where you can, and protect where you must. Let service be your compass, and let joy be your companion. I am with you in the quiet and the tumult. When you cannot find me, find the quiet place inside, the pivot of breath and presence where courage is forged. Know that you are held by a vast company of light. You are never small in the sight of what loves you. Rise then, with the dignity of one who remembers who they are. Walk forward, not because the path is certain, but because your heart is steady. The world needs your particular light. Let it blaze with unwavering presence and love. Asterisk, beloved children of the earth. I am Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, the guardian of your souls, and the eternal protector of all who walk the path of truth. I come to you now with a message of courage, love, and empowerment. Hear my voice not only with your ears, but with your heart. For the wisdom I bring is eternal, unchanging, and forever present within you. Many of you feel the weight of the world pressing upon your shoulders. You live in times of confusion, fear, and uncertainty, and your hearts are often burdened by doubt and sorrow. Know this, my beloved, the darkness you perceive around you is never more powerful than the light within you. You were born as divine beings of immense strength, capable of rising above the shadows and stepping into your true power. I am here to remind you of this truth. The first step on the path of liberation is courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the conscious decision to rise above fear, to act in alignment with your higher self, even when the world seems to tremble around you. I urge you to stand tall, to open your heart, and to breathe deeply the sacred energy of the universe. Allow the divine light that resides within you to illuminate your path, even when the night seems endless. Remember, I am always near, surrounding you with my sword of protection and my wings of comfort. Fear is a veil, a temporary illusion that clouds the vision of your soul. Many of you are caught in the illusions of limitation, believing that you are powerless to change your circumstances. I tell you now, the power to transform your life has always been within you. Your thoughts, intentions, and actions shape your reality. When you choose love over fear, truth over deception, and faith over despair, you align yourself with the divine flow of creation. Your life becomes a beacon of light, guiding others to remember their own sacred essence. Humanity often struggles with self-doubt, questioning their worth, their purpose, and their place in the universe. I assure you, each of you is unique, precious, and irreplaceable. Your soul carries a divine spark that no darkness can ever extinguish. Honor your own journey, for even in the moments of suffering, you are being refined and strengthened. The fires of challenge and adversity are not punishments, they are catalysts for awakening, shaping you into the radiant beings you were always meant to be. Do not be afraid to claim your power. To embrace your divine potential is not arrogance, it is obedience to the truth of who you are. Let your heart be your compass, your soul, your guide, and your spirit, your shield. Walk in integrity, act with love, and speak with courage. When you do so, you are not merely surviving, you are thriving as an expression of the divine. You are a light in the darkness, a guardian of hope, and a messenger of love. Many of you carry burdens that are not your own. You feel the pain of others, the suffering of the world, and sometimes it overwhelms your spirit. I remind you, my beloved, that while compassion is sacred, you are not meant to absorb all the suffering of the world. Protect your energy, for it is a precious gift. Stand as a warrior of light, offering love, support, and guidance, but know your boundaries. Your soul flourishes when you honor your sacred energy and live in alignment with your highest truth. The power of forgiveness is also a key to liberation. Forgive those who have hurt you, not for their sake, but for your own freedom. Forgiveness does not mean condoning harm. It means releasing the chains of resentment, anger, and bitterness that bind you to the past. When you forgive, you open your heart to divine love, healing, and transformation. You become a channel for the light to flow freely through you, touching not only your life, but the lives of countless others. Many of you struggle with doubt about your spiritual journey, questioning if you are on the right path. Trust that you are always guided by unseen forces, by angels, and by the infinite wisdom of the universe. Even when the road seems unclear, every step you take is sacred, and every experience contributes to your growth. There are no mistakes, only lessons, and every lesson brings you closer to your true self, closer to the light that is your eternal inheritance. Asterisk, unity is a divine principle that humanity must remember. Though you are many, you are also one. Each soul is a thread in the vast tapestry of creation, and when one of you shines brightly, the whole tapestry is illuminated. Lift each other up, honor the divinity in every being, and act with compassion and justice. When you do this, you create a ripple of light that spreads far beyond what you can see or imagine. I call upon you now to awaken fully to your sacred purpose. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the world to recognize your worth. Step into your divine authority with courage and conviction. Speak your truth with love, act with integrity, and shine your light without hesitation. The universe supports those who walk in alignment with their soul, and every act of love, bravery, and kindness contributes to the healing of the earth. Remember, my beloved, that you are never alone. I stand beside you, my sword of truth in my hand, my wings of protection enfolding you. Call upon me in times of fear, doubt, or uncertainty, and I will guide you with divine clarity. Trust in the presence of angels, the wisdom of your soul, and the eternal light that flows through all creation. You are cherished beyond measure, stronger than you realize, and capable of achieving miracles beyond your imagination. Life is a sacred journey filled with both joy and challenge. Embrace it fully, for every moment holds the potential for growth, healing, and transformation. Walk with love in your heart, courage in your soul, and faith in your spirit. Shine your light, for the world is waiting for your radiance. And know this, the divine energy of the universe, the light of God, and my own presence are always with you, guiding, protecting, and empowering you every step of the way. Rise, my beloved, rise. Be fearless in your pursuit of truth, unwavering in your commitment to love, and steadfast in your connection to the divine. You are a child of the light, a warrior of the heart, and a vessel of infinite potential. The universe celebrates your existence, and one Archangel Michael stand ready to defend, guide, and uplift you whenever you call. Let this message echo within your soul, carrying strength, hope, and divine courage. Stand tall, shine brightly, and know that you are never alone. You are love, you are light, and you are eternal. Asterisks, beloved souls, children of the divine light, hear my voice, for it reaches across the veil of time, space, and circumstance. I am Michael, the Archangel, the guardian of your sacred hearts, the warrior of your highest destiny, and the protector of your eternal spirit. I come to you not only as a guide, but as a reflection of the strength that already exists within you. I come to remind you that you are never alone, that even in moments when darkness seems overwhelming, the light of the Creator is within you, surrounding you, and moving through you. You walk a path that is uniquely your own, and yet it is also a path shared with all of creation. Your challenges, your doubts, your fears are not punishments, but invitations, opportunities for your soul to rise, to stretch beyond the limitations of your current understanding, and to embrace the fullness of your divine purpose. Each trial you face is a call to courage, a call to remember who you truly are. I do not bring you false comfort, for your spirit is not nourished by illusions. I bring you truth, and within truth, there is freedom. Many of you carry burdens not your own. You feel the weight of others' judgments, the shadows of the past, the fears of the future. Know this, these are not chains, but mirrors. They reflect back to you the areas of your life that are ready for healing, for release, for transformation. Do not fight them in anger, for resistance only strengthens their hold. Instead, face them with courage, with clarity, and with the unwavering understanding that you are never separate from divine support. Call upon me, and I shall stand beside you. I shall cut away the cords of fear and despair that bind your heart. I shall lift you into the higher realms of courage, where you can see the beauty and purpose in every step you take. You may feel, at times, that your light is small, that your contributions are insignificant in the vastness of the world. Beloved ones, even the tiniest flame illuminates the darkness. Even a single act of love, kindness, or courage reverberates through eternity. Do not underestimate the power of your soul. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions carry energy that shapes not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Each time you choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, light over darkness, you are participating in the sacred dance of creation. You are co-creating with the divine, weaving threads of beauty into the tapestry of existence. Fear is the great illusion. It is a shadow that attempts to convince you that you are separate from the light, that you are weak, that you are unworthy. I tell you now, fear has no power over your eternal soul unless you give it power. The moment you recognize your inherent divinity, the moment you call upon the light within, fear dissolves. It is transformed into courage, into clarity, into unwavering strength. And in that transformation, you become not only a warrior of your own life, but a beacon for others who are lost in the darkness. Many of you have faced moments of deep uncertainty, where the path ahead seems unclear, where doubt clouds your vision, where despair whispers that you are alone. These are sacred moments, for in them, your soul has the opportunity to reach out, to trust, to surrender to the guidance of the higher realms. Trust is not passive. Trust is an act of courage. Trust is a declaration that you recognize the unseen forces working on your behalf, that you understand the divine orchestration of your life, even when the human mind cannot comprehend it. Beloved children, you are more resilient than you realize. You are more luminous than you perceive. You are more powerful than fear can ever convince you to believe. I see the beauty of your soul, the purity of your intentions, the depth of your love. And I tell you, it is enough. You are enough. Each step you take on your path, no matter how small, carries significance. Each time you rise after a fall, each time you extend a hand to another, each time you choose love over resentment, you honor the divine spark within you. Do not seek perfection, for perfection is an illusion that binds the soul to endless striving. Seek truth. Seek alignment with your highest self. Seek the courage to face the shadows within and the wisdom to recognize the light that has always been present. Your life is a sacred journey, and every experience, every encounter, every challenge is a teacher. Even those who cause you pain are guides, for they reflect to you the areas where healing, forgiveness, and strength are needed. Approach life with discernment, but also with compassion for yourself and for others. Compassion is the bridge that connects the human heart to the divine dot. Now, take a moment and feel the energy of my presence surrounding you. It is a shield of blue light, radiant and unyielding, cutting through fear and doubt, filling your spirit with courage and clarity. Know that whenever you call upon me, This shield is immediately activated, and no darkness can penetrate it. You are never alone, for I walk beside you always. I fight the battles you cannot see. I hold the space for your healing. I guide your steps when the path seems uncertain. And I celebrate every victory, every moment of courage, every act of love you embody. I urge you, beloved ones, to step into your own power. Do not wait for external circumstances to validate your worth. Do not allow the opinions of others to diminish your light. You are a child of the Creator, a vessel of infinite potential, a manifestation of love and wisdom. Claim your divine inheritance. Speak your truth with courage. Shine your light without apology. And remember that true strength is not in domination or control, but in surrender, in alignment with the divine, and in unwavering faith in the ultimate goodness of life. Forgiveness is your greatest ally. Forgiveness for yourself, for others, for the situations that have caused pain. Forgiveness does not condone injustice, but it frees your soul from the chains of resentment. It allows you to rise above the limitations of the human heart and step fully into your divine nature. And in forgiveness, you will find a peace that no external circumstance can disturb, a joy that no hardship can diminish, and a love that transcends all boundaries. I call upon you now to embrace your sacred mission. Each of you has a unique purpose, a role in the unfolding of the divine plan. Do not compare your journey to that of others. Do not measure your progress against external standards. Your path is yours alone, and every step, every decision, every experience is precisely what you need to grow, to evolve, and to shine. Trust your intuition, listen to the whispers of your heart, and act with integrity and love. The world needs your gifts, your courage, your light. Step forward boldly, knowing that you are divinely guided and protected. Asterisk, beloved children of the light. Let us speak now of courage, the courage that arises not from the absence of fear, but from the recognition of your true power. Many of you have allowed fear to dictate your choices, to silence your voice, to dim the brilliance of your spirit. Fear is a messenger, yes, but it is not a master. It is a shadow designed to teach, to reveal the areas where your soul yearns for trust, for release, for surrender. When fear arises, meet it with awareness, acknowledge it without judgment, and then step through it with the knowledge that your spirit is indestructible, that your light cannot be diminished, and that every trial is temporary in the eternal landscape of your soul. Asterisk, you may wonder, how can I know my path? How can I trust that I am moving in alignment with my highest purpose? I tell you, the signs are all around you, if you have the eyes to see and the heart to feel. Every challenge that awakens discomfort is a call to deepen your inner strength. Every joy, every moment of inspiration is a confirmation of the divine presence guiding you. When your heart is drawn to service, to love, to truth, there is no coincidence. Your soul recognizes its own resonance in the call of the higher realms. Trust it. Listen closely to the quiet whispers of intuition, for they are the language of your soul, the voice of your higher self, and the guidance of the divine flowing through you. Asterisk.